This is exactly how I made £31,455 this month with online fitness coaching. And that's without being the biggest guy in the gym or having the most qualification. This is the very reason I've been able to travel to 5 different countries in the last 6 months, with trips to Budapest, Dubai, and even Bali in the next 3 months. And it all relates to the harshest lesson I've learned in life. You can be the most jacked guy in the room and build a sick physique, but if you cannot build your bank account, none of that shit matters. And that's the problem. All of the work in the gym feels fucking pointless. And trust me, I've been there. When I was 20, I was in great shape, working at a cheap bar, serving burgers, hoping I'd get an extra 10 pounds as a tip for the night. Because if you think your physique alone is gonna make you financially free, you could not be more wrong. And being real with you guys, it's not as easy as you think. Just being in shape is not good enough anymore. So I'm gonna break down exactly what's stopping jack guys like you doing the exact same thing as me. And it all comes down to the point where you're winning in one area of life, but you're losing in the other. And that is the exact reason why so many 5, 6, and 7-figure entrepreneurs come to me to get in shape. Because having all the money in the world, but hating who you look at in the mirror isn't worth it. Just like being jacked and broke is pointless. And that is why all these business owners pay me up to $8,000 for fitness coaching. So in this video, I'm giving you away the 3-level formula that completely changed my life at 22 and allowed me to scale past 35K a month in just 7 months. Without training hundreds of clients, spamming people in the DMs, or running thousands on ads. This is the exact ecosystem we built for Leo, which added an extra 10K every single month to his business. And that is sustainable revenue by finding premium buyer clients that actually want his coaching. And this didn't just give Leo financial freedom, but the time to genuinely fulfill each client to get the transformation that they deserve. So let's jump in. If you're coming from my Instagram, you're probably realizing I'm putting everything on the line to build this personal brand. I currently run a 6-figure coaching business named Founders Physique. And so many people have been asking me how I did it, it's kind of got annoying. Ned, how do you travel so much? Ned, what app should I use for coaching? Ned, every call I get on, they say they can't afford it. I can't deal with it anymore. So if you're one of them and you've been hassling me in the DMs, then watch this video because I'm going to give it all away. And I wish someone had done this for me when I was younger. I would have saved so much money on mentorships I just did not need to join. And I hope making this video doesn't affect my business, but we're actually at max capacity this month, and most of my clients come from Instagram anyway. And I'm about to give you the source of not only how I built it, but what me and the team have been doing this year to be so successful. This is literally what's allowed me to train hundreds of guys, earn thousands of pounds, whilst 90% of coaches are dying in this market with insane potential. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've come to the realization that there's this huge gap in the market. And right now it's completely untapped and it's waiting to be used. I feel like I'm the only one using this. And if you think you need thousands of followers to earn 5, 10, 15, even 20K per month, then you couldn't be more wrong. You do not need a big following or millions of views to collect cash. All you need to do is give the right value and position yourself as a unique differentiator. And I've literally pulled out the camera outside and decided to record this video to drop some raw online fitness coaching game, giving you all the sauce, man, that I just wish I knew when I first started. I'm not gonna give you any fluff or any fucking bullshit. These are the exact things I still use within my personal fitness business to build a premium buy-ready audience. And it would be one thing if only I had success. But the fact that I've helped Bertie get to 30,000 followers of buy-ready and nurtured leads without spending a penny on ads and getting over 3 calls booked per day so that he can scale to those 10K months is why I know it'll work for you. But honestly, it's too cold out here, so I'm gonna go inside. Now this is so much better. And it all starts with level 1. The only way to make money in a saturated industry is by creating your own blue ocean market. This means captivating an audience of buyers and being that black sheep, being that differentiator in the market. And the first level is to build a high converting offer. And here's the reason why. The training industry is worth $45 billion right now, with over 740,000 trainers. And it's been growing globally at 4 to 5% per year. And it's critical that you realize that if no one remembers you, they will not invest in you. We're in an attention economy, guys. And the trainers that don't build a high converting offer, they stay broke. It's kind of like the Spider-Man pointing at himself meme, where everyone and everything is just the same, with everyone believing I'm the unique selling point. whilst literally writing "I help men struggling to lose weight" in their Instagram bio. It's literally like every single fitness coach is copying the other and claiming that they were the first one to do it. And if you don't build a high converting offer, you don't put yourself in the blue ocean market, you blend in with every single fitness coach saying, "Train this to build your shoulders," or something like "DM me Shred for one-to-one coaching." Nobody knows why you help who you help. No one knows why you're actually different. And you can't even remember if one fitness coach is real was from another fitness coach. And then people watch a video on how to do chest press and forget what fitness coach actually told them that. They literally see you and just think, "Oh, it's another fitness guy. Oh, it's just another fitness guy trying to sell me something." There's hardly any differentiation. It just feels like copy and paste at this point. And I'm gonna be real, I was in the same spot as you. I had a small 900 Instagram following. I was posting lifting clips. I was even doing a bodybuilding competition, boxing matches, in the hopes that me being more shredded, me doing more things with my life would get me more clients. But the money just was not coming in. And that's when I realized the real problem. I was just another Spider-Man like you. I was just another guy copying every other fitness coach in the hopes that that would work for me. But here's the fix that I realized after scaling my online coaching business to 35K per month at just 22. If you create a blue ocean market, you create a high converting offer, you can then charge those 3, 4, and even 5K programs because you stop being the same as everyone else. For me, the offer that I run now that's got me all the way to 35K per month, it's not just fitness coaching. It's a high performance transformation program for 6 to 7 figure entrepreneurs. Guys that are dominating business, but they're not building the physiques or they don't feel the way they want to feel outside of their work. Because my focus is building the #1 force in entrepreneurial peak performance and fitness. And that's because entrepreneurs didn't just want another fitness coach. They wanted someone that could understand the pressures of a high performer. Someone that can help optimize their routines. Someone that knows how busy and chaotic their life can be. So that all these things can help them make more money whilst getting more shredded and not wasting time. And of course, it was expensive. It wasn't for everyone. It's probably only the top 10% of people that can afford it. That's why I charge 5 to 8K per client and they gladly pay it. And we did this exact thing with Patrick. Moved him away from having a boring offer that just makes him blend in into one where he targets people that actually have the finances to afford it. Instead of just saying he helps men and women get in better shape, we extracted an audience he could genuinely help and he had experience with it. And that happened to be late night shift workers. So then we positioned his marketing towards those people in a way where we could not only target them and understand their pains, but actually focus on the ones that were most qualified, focus on the ones that had the income to invest. Which has literally allowed him to create way more relatable content to his audience, which has caused more calls booked and obviously more cash collected. And that allows Patrick to get one step closer to doing online coaching full time. And that's without him putting more hours in the business or spending more money. It's literally just by building a high converting offer. And right now, like, let's be real, I'm giving you this course away for free. But this is actually only one piece of the puzzle. Even though I only started with 900 followers on Instagram, I've now been able to build an audience of over 24,000 buy-ready prospects by using a unique strategy that I don't really think many people are talking about. And again, like, I didn't do this with any ads. And you cannot just put a link in your bio anymore and expect clients to flood in. It actually is kind of painful for me when I see coaches with links in their bio because I know it's doing more bad than good. And the coaches in COVID-19 that were doing hundreds of thousands of pounds by creating some content about how to do this home workout and then having the link in their bio, they're either broke or they're teaching other fitness coaches the methods they use that get them to hundreds of thousands a month when they know that those old strategies have stopped working. And this is because the market not only saturated, but all the buyers became more hyper aware. They understood the sales tactics more than they ever had, which is why you need more of a premium buyer ecosystem if you're going to hit those 2, 3, or even 5K months. As selling a 5K offer, it requires them to be so sold, so bought into you. No one's going to give you 5K unless they really want to. I actually remember before implementing this, I had 2 mentors and they basically gave me the whole thing of putting the link in my bio, creating this funnel, having this video that I use that helps people then sign up to my coaching. And when I first did it, I was actually super excited. I remember thinking I've got this whole process down, I got this whole automation, like everything, it like really felt in place. Like I had this like whole strategy and I got the website, looks professional. I remember thinking as well, it kind of feels cool because it feels like I have a proper business. Probably get 1 to 2 calls a month. And I don't even think all of them showed up. And for a bit of time, over the course of about 6 months, I invested in about 3 mentors. Over that whole 6 months, I think I earned a few £1,000s, but I'd probably spent at least 6 or 7 just on the mentorships. A bit of time after that, I met the guy that taught me how to actually build a premium buyer audience. And I've not actually tried anything new since then because it's just worked for me. And it took me from the position where I was earning money online. I had some extra income, but it definitely wasn't enough to quit my job. And it got me into the position that very quickly, I was actually able to go to stuff like Romania, Bulgaria, Marbella. And that's when I started traveling because I was probably earning around 7 to 10K a month after I did this because I'd done this section, but I hadn't done the other pieces of the puzzle. But the problem is, if you don't do this part, a high converting offer is going to be pointless. And the fulfillment systems that you think you're putting in that's going to help the business, they're also not going to work. Because if you don't have that solid audience there of like buy ready leads, you're just not going to make any sales. And you'll probably do what I did and you'll just keep investing in more and more mentors. You won't really get any further. Yeah, you'll post a bit more content. You maybe get a few more clients, but it'll never feel like you're really having a consistent flow of decent leads. And you'll likely stay stuck with low views or followers that don't want you, or if they want you, they can't afford you. You get more people ghosting you when you reach out, more missed calls, and you'll definitely get hit with the I just want to think about it bullshit. And you definitely won't be able to collect cash like I am at 22 if you don't attract and convert people into premium buyers. The fix is pretty simple though. No one is going to get on a call with you and invest in your coaching until they've reached a state of buying action. When they understand the big difference between the pain that they're in, the goal that they want to get, and that they know that you're the person that can fill that void in getting from the situation they're in to the situation they want to be in. Your premium buyer audience must have 3 key things. It needs to highlight the problem that your audience is having and show how you solve it better than anybody else. It then needs to have extreme virality. It needs to be good at getting attention and lots of it. This doesn't mean you have to have thousands of followers like I said. This is normally the one that most people ask me about, especially as I've had videos that get 5 million views, a few videos that will get like 2 or 3 million views, and I've built such a big audience organically, and it's usually the one that most people get stuck on. And then the third part is culture. Building a culture that other people feel included within, and people want to be involved in and don't want to miss out on. A culture where people share values and they almost have one strong mission. And that's going to make it easier for people to come to you because you're the inventor of that culture. But again, making sure that you have that second step, that virality aspect to it is so important. And there's so many different tools and things you can do out there to make your content more viral. And me and Bertie, to get him to those like 30K followers, we actually went through a ton of things of what he needed to do to get there. I mean, if for any reason you guys would want that, you can DM me on Instagram. I don't know if you know my Instagram, but it's Ned_Sainsbury. I actually had a document that I created with Bertie. It is based on Bertie's account, but if you want that, you can send me the word YouTube and I'll happily send it over. Anyway, let's get into level 3 of the formula because most jacked guys can actually attract attention, but quite few of them know how to actually turn it into like printable cash. Loads of people get comments saying like, looking big, bro, this guy's shredded. How many of them are actually turning into clients? And it's literally why having a solid conversion map is essential to do 6K days like Sam. I remember when he sent me the message and he got 2-3K piffs literally a few weeks after doing this. Because once you have people reaching out to you, you then need to put them through a framework to then close them on the like 1, 2, or even 5K. Because you're not selling some bullshit school community for $40 or some low ticket monthly £150 or $200 coaching package. The last thing you want to do is get loads of views, focus on going viral, and then not be able to convert any of them into actual clients. And from what I've seen and what I've done myself, this normally comes down to the same problem. Most coaches think they're selling coaching, but in reality, you're actually selling a transformation. If you keep trying to sell the coaching, you will never make a significant amount of money. Maybe you could if you had millions of views like someone like Ashton Hall. But if you're watching this, I'm guessing that's not your situation. And on top of that, don't be the coach that sounds fucking desperate. It's like a bot spamming in the DMs. It's like going up to someone's house, knocking on their door, them opening it, saying, no, like I'm busy today or I don't want to speak to you, closing it, and then you fucking knocking again. That person's just gonna want to slam that door in your face. So I'm going to reveal my conversion framework that actually helps you turn the audience you built, the buy-ready audience, into actual sales. And hopefully one day we won't have coaches messaging the same person in the DMs that has said no to their coaching like 500 times. Because even I get those messages and I'm a fitness coach. So yeah, it's just really annoying. And the last step has actually 3 steps within it, but it's super simple. Right now, I don't actually do the DMs. If you message me YouTube, like I mentioned, then I'll tell the person I have doing my DMs to leave that and I'll get back to you. But I actually have someone on board. And if you're at a bigger stage, you're doing your 5, your 10K, you can get someone to do this framework I'm about to go over you, and it fucking prints. But if you're a smaller fitness coach, then you can just do this yourself. And the aim with this is to get the answers to the key value questions that you need to ask. The 5 key values, I got them up here. They're qualification, current situation, goal situation, time, struggles, and then the 3 pitch method. So what I'll do is I'll go over an example. Let's say someone reaches out to you saying, I want to get in amazing shape. The first thing you want to do is actually qualify them to see if there's someone you could actually help. If you try and help every single person in your DMs, you will not make money online. Even if you only have 1,000 followers, if you're trying to help the people that you know can't afford it, that are in countries that have very low income, you're just gonna waste your time and you're not gonna make the money that you wanna make. So you need to qualify them first, but you need to make sure that you're acknowledging the person after every message. If you just ask question on question on question on question, trying to get your 6 key values, then the person's gonna feel like it's an interview and it's no longer just gonna be a conversation, it's gonna be like a one-way attack. So to do an acknowledgement, let's say someone wants to lose weight, you could say, oh, thanks for the reach out, Jack, and awesome that you want to lose weight. Out of curiosity, whereabouts are you based, man? And by replying with the name and a part of their message, it's showing to them that it's not just a bot replying and that you're actually like listening to what they're saying. And then at the end, you're given the question, whereabouts are you based? That helps you actually qualify them to make sure that they're from a place that could afford something like coaching. Because let's be genuinely real, guys. If someone's from India and you're from the US or the UK, it's going to be hard for you to sell a high ticket coaching package to that person because the income is like insanely different. The second thing is you want to get their current situation. They might respond saying, I'm from Toronto. You then acknowledge that, oh, I love Toronto, man. I visited it last year. How much weight are you looking to lose? They then respond 5 kg. You acknowledge that again, 5 kg, that's awesome. How much do you weigh now? I weigh 90 kg. And then those messages have got you the current situation and the goal. They let you know the weight they're at now and that the weight they want to be at. And this is just an example, but it could apply to confidence, it could apply to muscle growth, it could apply to sports, it can literally apply to anything. And then you want to acknowledge that again and ask, how long have you been wanting to lose that weight for? And all this does is widen the gap between where they are and where they want to be and increase the pain, which is going to make them more urgent to hop on a call with you. Let's say they say it's been 2 years. You acknowledge that, wow, 2 years, that's quite a while, Jack. What do you feel like you've been struggling with that stopped you from losing the 5 kg? They'll then tell you, and then you can start with the 3 pitches. The first pitch is pitch help with authority. An example of this I've written down is, if you want, happy to give you a few tips to help you lose the 20 kg pretty quickly without eating chicken and rice for the next 2 years. Ha ha ha, because who the fuck wants to do that? It's relatable, it's casual, but it's still pitching your offer to help them. And that pitch help message will tie in with their struggles. That might be consistency, they might not know what to do, they might need a workout program, whatever it is. If they agree to that, you then go and pitch the call. Best way to do this is set up a quick one-to-one to talk through XYZ situation in a bit more detail, and we'll build out a roadmap of everything you need to do to get to XYZ goal. And if it seems right, we can probably look at one-to-one coaching. Sound good? Question mark. I'll then say yes or no again. And at this point, because you've nurtured people and you converted them correctly, you're gonna have more that are keen to have that call with you than not. And then what you wanna do now is you wanna go and actually pitch the call. Sounds good, man. I'll pop you over my calendar and you can book a time that works for you. They'll then go book in. You can send them some free stuff after they've booked in, keep them nice and warmed up and keep messaging them and then hop on the call. Just make sure your calendar is only available for the next 2 to 3 days after the day you're talking to them. You don't want to be speaking to them in like a week or 2 time. I see loads of coaches do that, and by then you've kind of lost them. Your show-up rates are going to be crazy low. And I don't have a ton of time to go into the sales process once they've got on that call with you, but if you're new to actual fitness coaching sales, here are the 4 stages I would do. Number 1 is your intro, and you want to keep this casual. Don't have a script or anything in front of you, but understand that you want to get them in an emotional state quite early on in the call. So you might speak together for a minute or 2, you understand where they're from, how their day's been, and then you ask a question such as, something I see about the people that make the best transformations is they understand the motivation behind wanting to do that. So in your opinion, Jack, what's the biggest motivation for you to get in the best shape of your life? And then that will instantly get them in a very open emotional state, which will allow you to really understand their situation. Then you want to spend the next 20 to 30 minutes just doing discovery, understanding them, asking questions, going deep into their life, and really figuring out what the situation is that they're in now and where it is they want to go. And then you want to do a recap phase, which is where you go over all of that discovery info, but in a very short period of time, which to them really highlights the difference between where they are and where they want to go. And it makes them in a buy-ready state. And straight after you finish that, you then want to pitch the price. Everyone does this right at the end. After you've done that recap, pitch the price and say, put that in the back of your mind now for the moment, Jack, and I'm gonna go over how we're gonna do that for you. Then for the next 5 minutes, keep it very short, explain exactly how you're gonna get him from A to B. And what that will do is you're pitching the price and then you're validating it, so that they almost forget about it. And then at the end, the price will come back up and you can ask them, and in terms of the investment, how does that sound to you? And again, if you want a bit more info on that, you can DM me on Instagram, YouTube, or actually just DM me saying like YouTube sales section or something like that. And I can actually give you the script that I used when I first started that helped me really get good at sales. And that is the full 3 levels that helped me build a 35K a month coaching biz at 22 whilst traveling everywhere. But I low-key have one more thing that I want to share with you guys, because I completely missed this when I first started out, and I would nowhere near be at the level I'm at now if I hadn't done it. In fact, getting where I am now took 7 months, but I don't even think I'd be here in the next 5 years if I didn't do this. From what I've seen as well, it's the surprising truth that's kept most coaches under 20K a month. And the harsh reality is no one's buying your bullshit macro plan, your ChatGPT workout or stretching routine, your training app, which is just like every other training app on the App Store, yet you're trying to sell it with your coaching for like 1.5, 3 or 5K. People don't care about these specifics. People don't care about your calorie calculator. Like, giving more fitness tips doesn't make you stand out. It doesn't make your coaching better because it's so simple. The only way you stand out is by shifting belief systems, by changing the actual mindset that people have. And if I'm being real, yeah, I'm pretty shredded. I've won a bodybuilder competition, but that is not what makes me the money. Because if you can help someone rewire their identity and their mindset, you can charge literally 5,000 for it. You can even charge 10,000 for it. And that's literally why I do it Founders Physique. Because the identity and mindset of a person changes all of their actions, and the actions they take gives them the outcomes they get. And now you know exactly how to build an online coaching business successfully. This is only really one piece of the puzzle. And just in case, if you're an entrepreneur watching this video that wants to get in amazing shape, then you can click the link below. I don't think many of you will be here, but if you are, just in case, it's below. I appreciate you watching the video, guys. And if you're a fitness coach or someone looking to get into fitness coaching, then yeah, you can pop me a message on Instagram and put my Instagram up on the screen. It's Ned_Sainsbury Place. So at Ned_Sainsbury Place. In my opinion as well, if we can build better coaches, then we'll have more people in better situations in their life, more people in better shape. So if you're someone that messages me YouTube, then the only thing I ask for you, when you use it to get more clients, because I know you will, I've used this for so many people and I've used it, I still use this for myself, that you just message me to tell me the success you've had. And that's all I need. So yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.